Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a special announcement for anyone waiting for the 2030 Dad Rail stream from Brighton to London, Victoria. Due to technical issues with the download, this stream is running approximately 3 minutes late. We would like to apologise for any inconveniences may cause to your journey, but whilst you're waiting, you may wish to share this stream with all your friends and groups and people that may be interested in it. Once again, we do apologise, but due to technical issues with the download file, the Dad Rail stream is running approximately 3 minutes late. Well, hello everybody and welcome to the Dad Rail live stream, London to Brighton Train Sim World 2 commuter route. Sorry we're a few minutes late. I had a couple of issues with the download file this afternoon. I did say on my last stream I wouldn't be able to stream this week because I was working, and I was working today, but I had quite an early finish. So I'd asked my son to download the update for me, which he hadn't done. So when I got home, I've had to download the update file. My internet connection's not the best, so it's literally sort of just finished downloading in the last 10 minutes. So I've popped into the game. I've checked it's working, which it is, but I haven't had a proper look around yet. So it really is a first time playthrough with me. Before we jump into it, as always, guys, all the opinions expressed within this video are solely my own. It may not reflect those of any companies I may be employed by or associated with. There is a bit of fuzz on the mic. I think my gain's turned up a bit high. Let's try tuning that down a bit. How are we doing there? Is that any better on the microphone? Yeah, I've tried tweaking some settings as well on the audio. That should be a little bit better. I was just seeing the red there on the microphone. I warn you, it's going to be laggy, Richard. Ned's trains. Yeah, I was getting about 35 FPS leaving Brighton. I didn't get much further than Brighton, to be completely honest with you. But we'll put a title sequence on and then we'll jump into the game. So here we are in the game. I'm not sure why you can't see me. There we go. I'm on the screen. Do the 387 first because it's basically a new train to Train Sim World. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to do the 377 first, and the reason I'm going to do that is because I used to sign the 377. I used to drive it in real life. Excuse me. So I'm quite familiar with it, and I'll be very interested to see what changes they've made to the 377 from the East Coast route, which is, of course, what we've streamed the last couple of weeks. So let's just jump into the game. Like I say, this is, other than checking it works, this is the first time I've been in here. Timetable. Yes, I've got the 3759 there as well. I believe there are some southeastern diversions, Red Hill, where you can take it up to East Croydon, which is quite good. So I've got a few audio issues here, just trying to fix it. Officially, Charles, on average, how long does it take to download if I was to consider purchasing it? Mine took about 2.5 hours, but my internet connection isn't the best, if I'm being completely honest with you. So we'll do the 377. We'll keep everything as is for now, and jump into the game. So I want to do a Brighton up to London service. I think that'll be a good place to start. So what have we got? 1 hour for 4:03 Brighton to London. 16:01 departure, so that should be rush hour. So we should be getting some of the new rush hour mods, rush hour passenger mods in with that. So let's click on that one. Scottish Railway fan, London is the best. Finbob's 2312 F1 content. Hi Dad, I've been watching your videos for years now, but this is my first stream. Hello, welcome to the stream. Ned's Trains, there's working PIS screens now. Fantastic. We shall certainly have a look at those. So let's jump in. Yeah, 36 FPS there. Yeah, that's not so good. Right, where are we? What time are we supposed to be leaving Brighton? 16:03. Right, let's get this set up. So we're keying. I'm going to enable the safety systems as well, guys, because as I keep saying, I like driving with the safety systems turned on. So we've got the AWS, and we're going to put the DRA back. Oh, the DRA is already in. That's good. Oh, so you can't actually isolate the DRA now. DSD and Vigilance I'm going to leave off for the time being. Right, so we've got the key in. We're going to go into neutral. Cancel the AWS. And lights. So this will be the first thing. Have they changed the lights? Because on the East Coastway one, they all appeared as red lights. So tail lights off. We've got the remote tail lights on there at the back, which is correct. Day running. Yes, they have. We've now got the marker lights showing as yellow and the headlights. Sorry, the marker lights showing as white and the headlights showing as yellow, which is how it should be, which is much, much better. PIS, destination London Victoria. Confirm location. So if we go into the train, we should have... Ah, there's the first street. The lighting in here is so much better than what it is on the East Coast. Gatwick Airport, East Croydon, Clapham Junction and London Victoria. Perfect. We'll have a little bit more of a look at that in a second. So, unlock doors. I suppose we better be doing that. So with 12 coaches, which is correctly indicated on my track there. They've got this white dot in the wrong place though. This white dot should be there because that's showing what cab is active. It should be there. But we'll forgive them that. We'll forgive them that. Lock doors. We've got the road already. Yeah, DRA's functional. That's good. We'll see what the lag is like now. Stop at location Hassocks platform 1. Helps will be going to forward there. So right, you notice I've got the... I thought I had the markers turned off, but I've still got one of them turned on there, the 6.6 miles. How do I turn that one off, guys? What button do I need to press to turn that marker off? I don't want any of the... the only HUD I want on is the speed at the bottom. What buttons do I need to press? The British Ace, Joe is in the stream. Hello, sir. Been catching your streams all week. You've given me a couple of shout-outs. Thank you very much for that. They've been absolutely brilliant. Some lucky people get the early access. No, but honestly, I've been catching your streams where I can on and off, and yeah, you've certainly done a good job of previewing the route there. Typing squirrel, in different seasons, do you change the time you switch to night lights? No, there is no set time to switch to night lights. Typing squirrel, you do that at your own discretion. So I do sign this route as far as Clapham Junction, which is why I wanted to do it with no heads-up display on, which I thought would be quite an interesting experiment to see just sort of how accurate the simulator is. Whether I, as a real driver, can just jump straight in the simulator and drive it without too many issues. I'm probably going to embarrass myself. So we should be going up to 75, I think, now. What I say as well is that although I sign this route, I sign it... I'm sure the speed limit goes up somewhere around here. There we go. 12 car unit, need to wait till the back's clear. Yeah, I sign the route as a freight driver, so most of the service we do, you're only normally operating at about 60 miles an hour tops. So some of the speed limits, although you learn them when you learn the route, you tend to forget them and they tend to slip a little bit. So it might be a bit patchy on some of the speed limits in places. Anything under 60 I should know, but anything over 60 I might be a little bit sketchy on it. Right, so we're coming up to Preston Park. The next speed limit should be around Patcham Tunnel. We should go up to 90. Where are we stopping? Hassocks is our first station stop. So LD Smugglers, if you want, you could go into settings and turn all of them off. We'll just have a quick look at that now because I feel like I'm cheating with that turned on. Objective marker, is that the one that I need turned off? Let's give that a go. Pressing the wrong buttons. It's got the markers turned off, but I've still got it on the top left of the screen there. Does that stay up, or can I get rid of that on the top left as well? Let's have another little look in the options. Off, normal. Stop marker. No, we have that off as well. And I've got everything else turned off. Camera motion sway on. Oh, okay. Let's leave it at that, see what happens. So let's have a little look in the chat. What have we got going on? Hope you're all good. Yeah, if there is a way to email/contact you, I'll send you the email address to apply for the ambassador role. Yeah, that'd be really good, Joe. If you go on my social medias, that's probably the best way of getting in contact with me. Or if you're in the Discord, send me a private message on Discord. So we're going into Patcham Tunnel. There we go. Goes up to 90, which is about what I said. So that's not too bad there. Yeah, this is something I've not been impressed with. I did notice on your stream, Joe, is the lighting in the tunnels. The cab environment doesn't get particularly dark. I mean, you've got the light from the MyTrack and the headlamps there. The headlamps, sorry, but the cab environment seems to be too light in tunnels, so hopefully that's something they'll fix. So we're stopping at Hassocks, so we want to go through Clayton Tunnel and then start getting the brakes in. Yeah, Crouching Tiger Adam, Hidden Adam, I'm getting a solid 60 FPS at the moment, so if there's any lagging, it's in the stream at the moment, I'm afraid. F1 turns off HUD. Ah, I see. Yeah, no, I want to keep the speedo on. I think it's a bit better in the stream having the speedo on, it's easier to see. You can kind of see what power notch I'm in and what I'm doing driving-wise as well then. And it gives me some sort of guide as to the speed limits. So we're coming towards Clayton Tunnel, which is absolutely beautiful. Northern Princess Productions. No, I haven't got the cab light on. I'll show you when we go into the next tunnel. It's a thing with the game. because that's what I initially thought. I thought, is the cab light on? You'll see when we come into Clayton Tunnel here. Yes, that's with the cab light on, and then with the cab light off doesn't make too much of a difference. But I noticed when you're doing the nighttime runs, you were doing one earlier, Joe, and it was just a little bit too bright. You can see the rendering in the tunnel there. I mean, it's a little bit buggy. Sounds like I'm picking faults in this. I'm really not, and I shouldn't be so negative about it, because what I've seen of it has been absolutely superb. They've done a really good job at recreating this route. The test will be if I can drive it without buggering up or overrunning any stations or having a spad. Give us tones in the next tunnel. That horn sounds beautiful. That sounds lovely. They've good job of that. And the depot whistle. Right, we'll come out of Clayton. We get a bit of braking because we're stopping at Hassocks. It's up here somewhere. Typing squirrel, do you change from day to night lights at different times depending on the season, or is it always 8 PM? No, I don't know where the 8 PM things come from. That is complete and utter nonsense. You change it as and when you see fit to do so, really. There is no set time in the rule book for changing between night and day running. In actual fact, some of the modern stock and the Class 66 loco, we're going to overshoot Hassocks. No, we're not. Loads of them. The Class 66, you haven't got night and day. You've just got bright and dim, so both headlights will be on all the time. Just a bright setting for during the day and a dim setting for at night. So we are 12 car, heading for the 12 car mark. And we're running on time as well, which is more than can be said for my streams. They've actually got the braking simulated a lot better on here as well. "12 on the 12. So 12 cars, 12 car mark, into neutral, open the doors. So let's just jump outside and see if we've got any changes outside. London Victoria 1611. Look at the passengers getting off there. Definitely better with the rush hour pack. The diversity in the passengers definitely much better. Locked doors. Yeah, Joe, seems I can't DM you. Says the recipient only received messages from friends. That's a little bit strange. Burgess Hill next stop, green signal. I don't know if you're on my Discord at all. There is a link. Sorry, wrong button. If you're on my Discord at all, Joe, there's a link in the description below. Trying that, or like I said, I'm not sure if that was on Facebook. If not, if you've got social media or something like that, I can contact you and I can send you something over there. So, LD Smugglers, could you open the window so that we can hear the monitors? Yeah, no worries. Hear the motors. So yeah, we've got the coasting board on the left for Burgess Hill. We should get some brakes in. Sharky1213, still hoping to see more faces for passengers. The lack of any Asian faces is concerning me regarding my hopes of a Japanese route in the future. I can't say I haven't had too much of a look at the passengers yet, so I can't really comment on the diversity of them, but I would have thought it's something that they'd made quite a good job of. We have another coasting board there. There we go. Burgess Hill's miles away. One thing as freight train drivers, we don't stop at stations. as you can tell. I never signed this route as a passenger driver. The only section of this route I signed as a passenger driver was from Redhill and then up to London Bridge via East Croydon. We used to do the diversion services when I worked for South Eastern. So I've only ever signed this section of the route as a freight driver. What do you think of the 377 for London commuter on a 1 to 10 scale? What I've seen of it so far, I'd give them a solid 8 out of 10. They've made a good job of it. The improvements I've noticed so far from the East Coastway are very good. It drives a lot better than the East Coastway one. It drives a lot more realistically. Little things like when I put the brakes in, you get the air gauge will go up as you saw there, and then drop back down again, which is exactly what it does in real life. On the East Coastway 377, the brake gauge would come up and stay up. The reason it comes up and then goes down is because the rear static braking takes over, and then when you get below 10 miles an hour, it should take over on full air braking. So it'd be interesting to see if that happens. When we drop below 10, we should see the brake needle come up. I reckon it will. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. There we go, 12 on the S, into neutral, brake step 3 and open the doors. Again, the neutral brake step 3 thing is just something I like to do. It's not mandated. Some people just stop and open the doors. You don't need to go into neutral, you don't need to go into brake step 3, it's just something I like to do. East Coastway had a glitch for a while where the gauges didn't do anything at all. Okay, I didn't know that. Have sent friend request, had the same issue with a mate. Okay, but mate, no, as soon as we finish with the stream, I'll go and check that out. Lawrence Adams just downloading now on my PS4 and it says it's free. I think there is a free update that's come out today as well. But obviously, if you bought the season ticket, then you get it as part of the season ticket. So it could be that you've already purchased the season ticket and it's been released as part of that. So there's no starting signal at Burgess Hill. Into forward. Next signal green. So we're off to Haywards Heath. You have to excuse me, guys. I've got a bit of a cough. It's nothing sinister. I've tested. I've actually been bunged up with cold for the last 3 days. I was hoping to have a video out this week, but that hasn't happened because I've been bunged up with cold, and the cold's gone away, and now I've got a cough. But I've tested. I'm negative. Pig and Bob 2010. Spad for the fans again. I did see earlier someone said Spad Rail. Spad Rail. Hashtag Spad Rail. Can we get that going? Hashtag Spad Rail. Louis, do you prefer this one over the East Coastway 377? Yes, most definitely. Coming into Withersfield now, just come over Kemah Junction, which is where the line goes down to Lewis. Right on the edge of the platform. We don't have any yellow lines there. We have the peripheral power. Go get back! I don't know, passengers. Typing squirrel, when to park for a station, which notch of power to use, and then when do you increase it? 377. We spoke about this a few times now, but for the benefit of people that weren't in the previous stream, just hashtag Spadrail, there we go. Hashtag never Spadrail. I prefer that one. Yeah, we normally, if we're on a dry rail, high speed limit green signals, and just whack it open, notch 4. William Newton, mum rail when? Mum rail? Mum rail is in the bedroom not bothering me. And hopefully she'll stay there. She'd kill me if she heard me say that. The line stays pretty much 90 up to Balkan Tunnel now. Or it possibly drops down through Haywards Heath. I think it used to drop down through Haywards Heath to 70 or 75, but I don't think it does anymore. We're going to get some brakes in now for Haywards Heath. We are going uphill though, so the speed will come off pretty quick. At Dad Rail, J Callow, why don't you use the auto tail light? Oh, excuse me. I think because I was a southeastern driver and we never had the auto tail lights on 375 stock. So I think I've always just been in the habit of doing it manually. Yeah, taking way too much speed off for that. So lovely route indicators we can go into any platform here at Haywards Heath. If you're going across the crossovers, it's 40 miles an hour. We do on the RHTT train. Sometimes we turn around here at Haywards Heath. Oh, they've got... Oh, that is fantastic. They've got the wagon in the siding, which has been there for ages. That is brilliant. Officially impressed now. Yeah, Anza, video explaining the bullet train, maglev, metro train. I don't really know enough about those trains to make a video on them, I'm afraid. I could probably do some research and find out, but I kind of like to give people information first-hand from my own experiences. So yeah, I don't think that's something I could do. We're 12 for the 12. Haywards Heath looks quite pretty. Nobody here though. It's empty. Where have all the passengers gone? That was a beautiful stop. 3, neutral, open the doors. Yeah, there's some passengers. No posters either. Did you try Isle of Wight DLC, Fabian Greavy? No, I haven't tried the Isle of Wight DLC. Do you recommend it? Should I get it? Bradstuff M, ever had any right side or wrong side failures? Yes, on the AWS a couple of times I've had never wrong side, but I've had right side failures on the AWS, which is where you get a bell vice a horn, so you're approaching a green signal and you get a horn go off that you have to acknowledge vice a bell, which is a right side failure. It's just a case of reporting that to the signalman, then filling out an RT3185 form and submitting that to your manager. We're off to Gatwick Airport. Green. We've got the PIS on the side of the train there. Massimo Raffini, welcome to Dadrail. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Toaster Rail, hello everyone. Hashtag Spadrail. Typing squirrel, if there is a stop marker right in front of a signal at a station where you stopped at the marker, you wouldn't be able to see the signal. Would you stop short of the marker in order to see the signal? Generally speaking, that situation wouldn't happen. The car markers are normally worked out with the signals. In the rare circumstances where that would happen, you would still stop on the car markers. If you didn't stop on the car marker, there's a possibility that your rear doors would be off the end of the platform. Then you'd be having a stop short incident. That is one of the reasons we have the DRA. If you stopped at that station and the signal's red, you would set the DRA to remind yourself that that signal was at danger. So if it wasn't obvious to you before you left, you'd have the DRA just as that reminder, driver reminder appliance. Just gone over Copyhold Junction. The route down to the right there is the Ardingly branch, which I helped relay all the track on about 6 months ago on a Palace job. Ned's Trains, were we flying to from Gatwick, Richard? Portugal, I hope. See some more Portuguese Class 20s. Ned's Trains, yeah, the CP 1400 series. Very fond of Portugal, as I'm sure you all know. My wife's Portuguese. I haven't been able to get out there for the last couple of years, but yeah. Welcome, Crazy Plays, to Dad Rail. Hello, sir. Coming on to the Ouse Valley Viaduct. I feel like we should have an external view here because it's a beautiful structure. There we go. That is beautiful. We've got the Simbid signals on the right hand side there. Correction, I know it's not Simbid, it's full bi-directional signalling. I wonder if any of the scenarios actually make use of the bi-directional signalling. There's trains. The CP 1400s were built just over a mile from where I live. Vulcan Foundry, Newton Le Willows, I believe that would have been. Crazy Place, what service are you doing? I am doing... I don't know where it says. Can't remember. I can't even remember. Richard, when you used to drive 375, do you ever experience an AWS failure, Louis? Yes, I did. When I was being assessed, I was just being passed out as a driver, and during my assessment run, being passed out as a driver. Someone's just done something in the chat and it's triggered something, but I've got no idea what anyone's just done. So if you've just joined Patreon or anything like that, thank you very much. I had a weird animation come up but nothing else. So thank you, and if you have, then I'll certainly be in contact once the stream finishes. So there we go, through Balcombe. There's more people at Balcombe than there is Haywards Heath. I love the density of the foliage on the line and stuff. It does feel really immersive. They've made a really good job of this route. Some of the routes that you drive can feel very sparse, but this does feel really nice. Solid 60 FPS now as well, so according to OBS Streamlabs, the stream's running quite well. So the speed limit is going to drop as we go into Balcombe Tunnel. We should come down to 85, I believe. Or it might be just as we come out the other side it drops down, but it does drop down somewhere around here. I think it may be just as we come out the other side. It's literally just around the corner. It certainly does on the down road. I thought it did on the up road. As I said earlier, signing this as a freight driver, we don't tend to go more than 60 mile an hour with a class 6 train. 75 if you've got a class 4. So I mean, you do learn all the speed limits when you learn the road, but if you're not, they say use it or lose it, and that is true. Oh, there we go, 80. And we've got the lovely Free State banner repeater on the left, which are being rolled out across the network, and they are superb. Absolutely love the Free State banner repeaters. Raygun, I believe it's 80 mile an hour in game. You were correct, sir. I believe it probably is in real life as well. I haven't been down this route for about 6 months. At least 6 months. Balcombe Tunnel Junction there, and we're back up to 90. Now we're going to go past the Three Bridges depot in a minute. I'm assuming when we go past the Three Bridges depot, they're not going to have any 700s in there. Whether that's something they're going to look to add into the game or not, I don't know. It'd be very, very good if they did. Obviously we've got the 313 coming soon, and I believe there's going to be a 313 scenario at Brighton to Selhurst depot as part of this pack. The other main traction on the route obviously is the 700, so if we got some 700s, that would really just finish it off nicely. Northern Princess Productions, Dabra, on freight, where do you sign? Virtually the whole of Sussex, most of Kent, most of South London, and down to Eastleigh and Southampton. Yeah, the depot is absolutely empty, which is a little bit of a shame. Should go to 60 if you're on the slow lines as you come through Should be a 60 board up here somewhere. We might have gone past it. Yeah, only on the slow lines though, not on the fast lines. To our right is Three Bridges PSB power signal box, and to our left, which we've gone past, would have been Three Bridges Rock, which is the new signalling centre. Incidentally, a little while ago when they used to run the Brighton Express services with the Class 319s, it used to be I think it was like a 40-minute journey time from Brighton to London Victoria. It was literally East Croydon Victoria only with the 319s. This section of track here was cleared for 100-mile-an-hour running, and the 319s were re-geared for 100, but it has since gone back to 90, which is a little bit of a shame. So we've got Crawley New Yard on our left there. Shame we haven't got any freight scenarios in there, but I believe they may be going in at some point. I do sign Crawley New Yard. Spent many hours in Crawley New Yard. What is the name of this junction? Oh, look at the aeroplane there. Oh, wow. I'm impressed by that. Guys, in the chat, what is the name of this junction coming up? I know it, honestly. Dino Squad Gaming, hi, when you pass a yellow sign signal, I think you mean, do you normally brake to a certain speed? No. I'm going to overshoot Gatwick now. Let's get some braking. Yeah, no, if you go past the yellow signal, it depends on what area you're in. If you're in the London area, the signals could literally be a couple of 100 metres apart, whereas out in the sticks they could be miles apart, so it just comes down to your route knowledge. There's no set speed to be going past the signal at. How have we got the runway there? Oh, look at that, perfect timing. Superb. I worked a ballast train at Gatwick Airport back during the pandemic, and I was sat in a Class 66 on the edge of the runway all day. Now, fortunately, because it was the middle of the pandemic, there wasn't that many flights going over. But I've got a really nice video somewhere on my channel of an EasyJet Airbus A3 something or other. That's my knowledge of aeroplanes. A 700, a 66 and a 377 all in the same shot. The video is only about maybe 30 seconds to a minute long, but after you finish the stream, go and check that one out. So we're coming in 12 on the 12. Beautiful. Brake step 3, neutral. Get the doors open. And there we have one of the, we are going to jump in one of those. 387. They do look good. Stop short that one there, look guys. Hashtag stop short, AI stop short. With the doors open. Oh, I've got to get a screenshot of that. There we go. I need to get better with the camera controls, so I actually know what I'm doing. All of the trains, Davrail, have you ever driven in the route in real life on a passenger train? Aeroplane going over there. Not this section of the route, I haven't. No, I've driven from Redhill up to London Bridge as a passenger driver. I never drove the south end of the route, this end of the route as a passenger driver. Sam Brooks, how often do you have to drive a route to maintain route knowledge? With my previous company, it was once every 6 months to a year you had to go over it, which is generally the rule of thumb, once every 6 months to a year. Depends on how complicated the route is, really, how difficult it is. If it's a really complicated route, you might need to go over it a lot more. If it's a simpler route, then, you know, it depends. I think the standard is about a year, but then there's other ways you can refresh the routes. You can watch videos of the route, you can look at maps. There's lots of different ways you can refresh it. You haven't necessarily got to drive over it. You can just ride over it as a passenger to maintain that competency. Complicated routes, though, if you haven't been over them for a long time, then you end up signing them off your route card completely. So we are off to East Croydon, leaving on a green signal. Fishbowl, did you get COVID, Richard? Yes, I did actually. I got a positive result on Christmas Day, of all times. Fortunately, I had very mild symptoms. I had a headache and a cough, and that was about it. I'm now double jabbed and back at work, and negative. I've got a cough. I said earlier, definitely negative. So we are coming into Horley. Not stopping. We're off to East Croydon. And we're going to stay on the quarry lines, which are the fast avoiding lines, I believe. All the way up to East Croydon. If we were going to change over to the slow lines, the only place we can now do that would be just after Ellswood before Redhill. The speed limit's still 90, other than that little bit through Balcombe Tunnel. The speeds are pretty simple on this route. There's a few more speeds on the slow. For example, it stays at 70 until you get past Horley, then it goes up to 90. There's a few different speeds as we get into London as well. Spadrail, lucky username. Do you ever drive 59s or just 66s? We had a 59 at my depot for a little while, but we sent it back because it was unreliable. I didn't get a chance to have a play on it. For me it's 66s, 73, 73 9s, and as of last week, class 69s. Elliot Whittaker, my dream is to become a train driver on Underground or GWI mainline. You go for it, Elliot. That was my dream once upon a time when I was growing up. And if you want it bad enough, you'll get there. Honestly. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam. Can the public get videos of the routes, or is it protected property of railway operators? Oh, excuse me, this cough. Funnily enough, Adam, a lot of the railway companies use third-party companies in order to do their route learning videos. There's a company called, I think, Track Access Solutions or Track Access Productions or something like that, that have been out and filmed most of the Thameslink route. If you've got the username and password, which I'm not going to give out on a public forum for obvious reasons, yeah, I'm not going to give it out on the forum for obvious reasons. Josh, I've just got your message. Then you can log in and have a look at all the route videos. But yeah, my company film their own route videos. I would love to do some route videos, I really would, but it's just something I can't do. Electronic devices in cabs and all that sort of thing. By the way, at Clapham you see an HST passing at 10:13, the other way at 10:80. Well, that's interesting. See, we're coming towards Ellswood now. You can turn back here at Ellswood. You can also go over to the Redhill lines. When we come back, I want to do the Redhill lines because we're going to do this both ways. And we should get a speed drop as well in a second. There we go, as we come round into Redhill Tunnel, which is also known as the Sand Tunnel. Some people call it Redhill Tunnel, some people call it the Sand Tunnel. And I'm pressing accelerate rather than brake. I want to work for Northern as I'm from Hull, so they're my local operator. Finbob's 2312. Yeah, why not? I think a lot of the train companies tend to get bad press when the trains are late and stuff like that. Oh, they would use this company, this, that. But I think most of the companies to work for, they're pretty decent actually. So yeah, no, if you can get in at your local depot without having to commute to work every day, then yeah, go for it. Louis, did you sign any other routes apart from Redhill to Tunbridge and Hastings Charing Cross when you were South Eastern? I had a short spell of doing Tunbridge to Ashford, also the Batten Ball route, so you turn off at Seven Oaks and go via Batten Ball, Otford, Swanley, St Mary Cray, and then back up to Chislehurst. And I was one of the lucky few that done all the way from Redhill to East Croydon, and and up to London Bridge. Crazy place, I would want to work for Deutsche Bahn of my local transport network. Love German trains. I was always under the impression that German trains and Deutsche Bahn were absolutely fantastic. They were a brilliant company. The Germans know how to run a railway and everything else that goes with that. And when I went to Germany, I was actually surprised to find out that wasn't the case. And that German trains are not all they're cracked up to be at all. We went to Miniature Wonderland in Hamburg, somewhere I really want to go back to. Maybe a Dabrau community meetup, Hamburg, Miniature Wonderland. We could do that. I'd really like to go back there. And we'd done the behind the scenes tour, and she was telling us about how the trains worked and everything. And she said all the trains in Miniature Wonderland run on a completely random schedule, just like the German national railways. And I thought, no, that's surely not the case. So the German national railways are fantastic. But it turns out they're not all they're cracked up to be. Nitrax, what's your favourite passenger train to drive? I haven't really driven that many, so it's not really fair for me to comment. This is Quarry Tunnel we're going through now, ladies and gentlemen. I did drive the 395 as a shunt driver, so I'm going to have to say that. Louis, I have two options, either being a signaller or train driver. I really don't know what to go for, to be honest. Either, my friends. Signalling is a very good job. Lots of rules and regulations to know. For me, being stuck in a box somewhere, I'd get a bit bored, especially a lot of the newer boxes. Obviously, it's office-based and the like. A lot of the newer boxes, you could be miles away from a railway track looking at a screen all day. I like to be out and about. I like to be looking out the window. I've got the best office window in the world, really. Just noting my camera has frozen up. No idea what's going on with that. Yeah, completely frozen. I couldn't have been pulling a nicer face. Let's see if I can fix that. What are we doing? Sorry, my computer's playing funny buggers because I've unplugged it. Hopefully you can still hear me though. Yeah, camera playing up at completely the wrong time. So they were going through what's called the covered way. This used to be a tunnel. Sorry guys, just trying to get the camera back online. And speeding in the process. So we're coming up on Stokes Nest Junction now. So I've gone quiet. I have technical difficulties at this end. We've lost the driver camera. Fishbowl, you died, Richard. Right, we're just coming into Purley. I'll worry about the camera in a minute. Let's worry about driving. Just coming through Purley. Speed limit's going to drop to 60 at South Croydon. So we've got the aggregates yard modelled. We can't see, I'm going a little bit fast. So we've got Josh Ross in the stream. He's been messaging me. He loves his horns. Little story about Josh and horns. Josh used to stand at a particular station, of which I won't mention the name, and we all used to blow our horns at him because he's a top bloke. There's the warning for the 60. We used to blow our horns at him because he's a top bloke, and the neighbours complained, and now we've had specific instructions not to blow our horns at that station because we're all naughty drivers. It's all Josh's fault. He's ruined it. He's a good bloke though. He's alright. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Josh, for a bit of McDonald's down at Eastleigh. Yeah, so my frame rate, I've dropped down to 38 FPS now, which is not good. Yeah, so our 60 starts at South Croydon, just the London and South Croydon station. Which we're well down for. So our next speed restriction will be 45 just before East Croydon. However, going into platform 1 there is an additional 30 mph speed restriction. I must say, so far I am very, very impressed with how accurate this route is. If you want to become a train driver in the Brighton main line, I know you were saying about that, Joe. I don't know if you're still in the stream. I think you might be off doing your own stream. You were saying about that the other day. Yeah, this is really accurate. This is really good. Speed limits are bang on. All the crossover speeds and everything are really good. Finbob's 23. You're in London now. Technically, I think Croydon is still Surrey. So there's the additional 30 coming into platform 1. Platform 1 as well at East Croydon is not bi-directional. So 1 yellow, red at the end of the platform. So as a train driver, my priority is now stopping for the red signal, not stopping for the platform. So I'm going to be 20 mph at the AWS magnet. I've got an offside door release as well. As you see, I'm coming in very slowly because I'm stopping for that red, not the platform. Vixitron Hoster, welcome to Dadrail. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your username wrong. I say that to everyone. And Train Simmer 210, welcome to Dadrail. There we are, 12 on the 12. So I'm going to set my DRA because we're stopped at a red. Step 3, DRA, neutral. And as I said in the previous stream, offside door release, we're going to get up and actually release the doors on the offside. I am just trying to get this camera working again, guys. I'm not sure what it's doing today. I use an app on my iPhone called EpoCam. If it doesn't work, turn it off, turn it back on again. Let's have a little look out on the platform. I love the way the lighting works on the drop light there. That's really good. Yeah, East Croydon again. This is supposed to be rush hour. Not enough trains about and not enough people. But then again, I'm only getting 37 FPS at the moment, 40 FPS. Left J, welcome to Dadrail. And I'm running quite a beefy machine, so I can imagine if they'd added too much more in there, then... Arthur's Transport Productions, welcome to Dadrail. 101 viewers in the stream. That is the first time I've had over 100 people in the stream. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, I'm only getting Constantinos. Welcome to Dadrail. Yeah, so I'm only getting 43 FPS and I'm running a RTX 3090 Ultra. T Hemmings, welcome to Dadrail. We are going to reach my 8,000 subscriber mark by the end of this stream, which is superb. Yeah, so I'm getting 43 FPS, so obviously if they were to populate this a lot more, I can see that dropping off and that being a problem on less powerful machines as well. So I just imagine that's why they've done it. Let's jump back in, we'll get this thing up to London. Can we sit in the second man seat? Oh, we can. These things are the most uncomfortable things in the world to sit in, these second man seats. They are, if you're route learning or you're a driving instructor with a trainee, they are really, really uncomfortable. We're still on a red there. Now we've got 2 yellows. Lock doors. Clapham Junction, platform 12. We've got a green. We can reset our DRA.
Please have your tickets available for inspection.
Got some station announcements there as well. Right, green light. We're 45 leaving Croydon. So I've got this Nightbot thing set up in the stream, in the chat. I've only just set that up, so Nontrail, if you weren't spamming, I do apologise. I don't think I've got it set up quite right yet. I didn't see what was going on exactly, but fingers crossed. So my knowledge of the speed limits along here isn't going to be very good, I'm afraid to say. So we're coming over Cottage Junction at the bottom. You've got Windmill Bridge Junction where that 377 is going up to, which takes us round to Croydon. The lines we're about to go over the top of are the West Croydon lines. This down on your left here is known as Gloucester Road Junction. I'm actually going to be driving trains along there on Saturday. Jay Callow, he was spamming his name up. Thank you very much, Jay. So the Nightbot's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Brilliant. So this is a really steep drop now. We're coming through Selhurst and we're going to drop down into Thornton Heath, which is a really, really steep drop. Coming the other way with a freight train, you really feel the gradient. You need to be in notch 8 with a heavy... we've got a suicidal passenger. Don't think I can say that word in a stream. I'll probably get... YouTube are going to take away my 20p a week if I say that. Louis is going to remind me of the speed limits. He's going to be my conductor driver. So like I say, on a passenger train we're limited to 40 mile an hour. Freight train we're limited to 40 mile an hour through here. And we only normally go on the slow lines as well. So I know the slow lines are 60, then you drop to 40 through Thornton Heath on the slow lines. Then you're back up to 60 to you get to Streatham Common, then you drop to 40. Go up, drop again at Balham, then you'll drop again at Clapham. So we're saying about changing over the lights. Looking at the lighting level outside, I think now's going to be a good time to do it. We'll switch straight over to night mode. Goes up to 70 after Selhurst. Yeah, I think it stays 70 all the way around then, if I'm not mistaken. There might be a little bit of speed restriction around Balham. So I'm just fiddling with my phone trying to get the camera back on. Doobie-doobie-doo, doobie-doobie-doo. I think we might be in business. Right on the edge of the platform as we go through Norbury. The gradient literally drops away here at Norbury as well. He's got a light out. Oh. I've got no idea what's going on with that camera. It's unfrozen at my end, but it's staying frozen on the screen. We'll just get rid of it. FinBobs2321, just join your Discord. Thank you very much, sir. If you're not in the Discord already, then there should be a link in the description below. So if you're new in the stream, we normally do have a camera up on the screen as well, but for some reason it's decided to completely give up and freeze up. So if you have not found my content before, then if you don't gather from the chat, I am mainline train driver in the UK. I'm a freight train driver at the moment, former passenger train driver, various different jobs on the railway. We're driving on the Brighton mainline route, the new Trains in World 2 route that's just been released today, the London commuter route, a route that I do actually sign in real life. So far, I think we've almost successfully driven it without using the HUD, which is saying something for the quality of the simulation that they've produced here. All credit to Dovetail Games, they've made a really good job of this. I'm suitably impressed. Left J, I think they should add the Southern Class 455 on that route. Yeah, I completely agree with you there, Left J. We got 60 coming up as we go through Balham in a second as well. I believe it's at Balham, the 60. Yeah, we definitely need the Southern 455. That'll open up a lot of possibilities for scenarios as well. A lot of the metro scenarios. Even if you're only going down as far as Purley. I mean, they do run the 377-600s on Purley. There's the 60. I knew it was there somewhere. We're going uphill anyway. It's getting a bit dark out there. They should have done the Ardingly branch. Yeah, I suppose it's very hard because they have to draw the line somewhere, don't they, with what they're going to produce. I think it would have been nice to have the spur down to Lewes. I know they can't / won't integrate it with other routes. I think there's technical reasons for that. But even if you were to get to like Lewes and then it just come up on the screen, now loading East Coast Way. I know they're sort of Wandsworth Common there. I know they're sort of different generations and stuff, but I think there still would have been real merit in doing that. I think you could have integrated them quite nicely. I know it wouldn't have been as seamless as we would have liked, but to have that ability to sort of do a London Victoria to Eastbourne split at Haywards Heath, yeah, I think that would have been a really nice way to go for Dovetail Games. 2 yellows. Joe, you almost spadded here earlier. We nearly had a spad rail. He put the emergency brakes on and the signal went up to cleared just as he approached it, so he did get away with it. What have I done? I think I just missed the AWS. It's me saying Joe nearly having a spad and then I missed the AWS. I didn't hear the AWS going off though. I don't know if it's the audio at my end. Did anybody else hear an AWS going off that I missed? So I'm going to go free, neutral and DRA because I'm not sure what's going on. That's called securing the train. So we're going to have to wait 60 seconds for the brake demand light to time out. Spad Rail, Johnny Simulator Gaming. Not quite Spad Rail. Not quite. Did anyone hear? I did not. No, you didn't hear. I think there is an AWS sound bug. Crazy killer. Right, that makes me feel much, much better. Train Sim Classic, I had a spad, even though the previous signal was green. So what we've done now is we've used our GSMR, we've contacted the signaller, we've informed them of the circumstances, we've filled out a 3185 form, and we have been given authority to proceed. That's what's happened. What we would do, though, is we would proceed at caution until we pass the next signal. Yeah, I suppose it's being that it's release date. Actually, it's not been that buggy. I've been quite impressed with it. I thought being release date it would have been much, much worse. I think the PlayStation users had a few bugs earlier on. Left J, no nothing. Louis, no AWS. Yeah, so your next signal's green, so we're gonna get going. And we're just coming into Clapham Junction here, in a way there. That's good to know it's not my driving. Hopefully not my driving. 12 for 12 coming into Clapham Junction. Battersea Power Station up in the distance there. Battersea Power Station Station. They should have called it Battersea Power Station Station. Do we have a 12 car mark? Have I gone past it? Well, we haven't got a 12 car mark on the platform, so we're just going to pull up to the end of the platform. Looks like that might be a little bit buggy as there as well. Brake step free, neutral, open the doors. Typing Squirrel, what is a coasting board and why do you open the doors on the other side of the cab if the platform on the right? So coasting board basically tells you to shut off power and start to coast. And the reason we do that is purely just to save a bit of energy. And the whole idea if the doors are on the right, getting up out the seat and physically opening the doors on the right hand side is just a it's non-technical skills, situational awareness, that sort of thing. Was I supposed to stop at Clapham Junction? Yeah, stop at Clapham Junction, platform 12. Load passengers. It hasn't told me to close the doors, it's just told me to stop at London Victoria. That's a little bit strange. Never mind. Off we go. Let's pretend we got a guard on. Sound bug on the signal bell there as well. I broke it. Okay, so there's a few bugs in the game, but we'll forgive them because they have done a super good job. Deborah, are you doing Gatwick Express after this? Maxwell, yeah, we'll have a rundown on the Gatwick Express, and then I want to see if we can get a stopping service as well. Typing Squirrel, if you have more cars than the car marker, then do you stop at the end of the platform or closest marker to your amount? Yeah, just stop at the end of the platform. So I believe, Louis, you'll tell me we're going to do a we're going to go down to 40 or 45 up at Haywards Junction. So I sign up to the junction here. I get position 1 off of this signal, which takes me down to Long Edge Junction, then back onto the southeastern side, down onto the West Londons and not the West London, sorry, the Ludgate lines, down to Long Edge and Stewart's Lane. Yeah, 45 there. Yeah, so I turn left there. I don't sign this bit. I'm now lost. Although I've been over it enough times, so I just don't sign it. The lighting is superb. So who in the chat has got the game and who is thinking about getting it and what platforms are you playing it on, guys? There's been loads and loads of streams over the last few days. I think they've definitely had a lot of publicity out of us YouTubers. And I think as a train driver, they've done a really good job of this. Honestly, I've just driven the whole route, no HUD, with no major incidents. It's very accurate. I'm surprised. They have done a really good job of this. What do you guys think? Jay Khaled, does the door open button work? Which one do you mean, Jay? Zale, these smugglers, what's the lowest speed limit in the UK rail system? I nearly had a heart attack with the red signal there. 3 miles an hour through washer plants and in some sidings. Carmen A, got it on PC, it's great. Yeah, I agree, it is really good. Toaster Rail, got it on PS4 and play it tomorrow after school. Got the game on PS5, still yet to download this route. Lawrence Adams just got it on my PS4, 32 minutes. That'll be the longest 32 minutes of your life, sir. Yeah, so what are we getting now? We've dropped down to 32 FPS. 2 yellows. So am I getting southeastern AI? Because I've... Oh, look at that. I like that a lot. Mustn't forget about the 20. I like that a lot. So I've got the southeastern high speed pack installed. So from what I understand, I should be getting... yeah, AWS sound bug there, because I saw the sunflower and I cancelled it, but definitely no sound. So there's definitely a bug with the AWS. Platform 15. Yeah, I've got Southeastern High Speed installed, and I've got the 465 add-on pack, so I should be getting some Southeastern AI. I did see one of the streamers actually managed to get over to the Southeastern side on the pre-release version and get in the 465. They couldn't drive it, but it was quite interesting to watch all the same. Yeah, stupid AWS Max. Yeah, it's there's definitely a bug with the AWS there. But like I say, do you know what? The route looks so good and the train drives so well that completely forgiven. 15 at the platform ramps is where I should be, so my speed's a little bit high there. I'm assuming it's got no TPWS grids. We'll drive it like it has, but they should be set for 10 miles an hour. Yeah, Joe, the British Ace, he's been doing lots of streams on this, confirming there that it is a bug. He's had it himself. Really good channel as well, the British Ace. Go and subscribe to Joe. You're probably here because you've heard me on his though. I think he does a lot more streams than I do, and I'm a proper driver, but he does the simulator stuff better than me. He's a better simulator driver than I am, but don't tell him. Door open instead of door release. Yeah, okay, we'll have a little look at that actually, shall we? Let's get stopped. Be a shame to hit the stops now, wouldn't it? Because we've done almost so well. And we're on time, look at that. So I'm going to do step 3, DRA neutral, and open the doors. So we'd sort the lights out. We'll just have a look at those doors as well before we'll just let it finish this objective so we get a score. It's 17:05 in the evening. Where are the rush hour passengers that they promised us? To be honest, the whole... I think they probably over-promised on that a little bit. Hello, I'm here, can't you see me? Social distancing and all that. No. Let's just check the score and then I'll finish the point I was making. What have we got? Silver medal. Oh, we'll take that. We'll take that. There's a little bit of speeding going on there in places. But yeah, no, I'll take that. Stop accuracy is really good though. I'll take that. Let's return to free roam. Yeah, the rush hour pack and stuff, I think they've over-promised on that and under-delivered because this place should be heaving. And the fact we've come all the way up there with hardly any adverse signals, again, is completely rare. You would always get checked down around Gatwick, you'd always get checked down in other places. I was expecting a lot more AI traffic and AI people, and they just haven't delivered on that, in my opinion. That's a minor complaint, though, to be honest with you. I think the route looks really good. I think the train looks really good. We've got dirt on the fly doors there, which is really good. Let's just check these door controls out. So if we close the doors up, there we go. Right. So if we press door release, all release should release the doors and not open them. So it should just so they can be opened by the push buttons. If you press door open, they should all then physically open. So if we press all release, it's automatically lit up the doors open. So I think they've opened. Yeah. We'll try a different button combination. Shouldn't be getting interlock as well because that door's open, so you wouldn't get interlock in the real thing. If we just press We pressed all release. Let's just press door release.
This includes e-cigarettes.
No, it is defaulting as doors opening. It's a bit of a shame, but it's not the end of the world by any stretch. But I think, yeah, if we can get some third-party add-ons for this, Armstrong Powerhouse could do some packs and maybe bring out a radio pack, get the GSMR working, some other bits and bobs. Incidentally, in most 375s, I think they've been taken out in the 377s. Does anyone know what you'll find behind this panel? I bet you can't guess what you'll find behind this panel on a 377. 375, sorry. J. Keller, yeah, signalling puts me off these. Anyone in the chat know what you might find behind this panel on a 375? And in here as well. I can tell you all of that. There is a mod on PC to unlock the RH passengers, though. Oh, okay, Crazy Killer. I would have assumed that it would have come as part of the pack, which is a bit of a shame that it hasn't. PIS, as in Passenger Information System. Yeah, on the front, behind this panel, and when I was driving for South East and it was still operational, there is a CD player. And I joke you not, it was a Pioneer, looked like a car CD player, exactly the same, right behind there. And you had a button on my track that said CD, and if you pressed it, the CD player would activate, and you could play CDs throughout the whole train on a 375. How cool is that? It has all since been disabled, as I understand. The button has certainly gone off the my track. But yeah, CD player, and you could actually play CDs through the train, as I believe they did on the Medway Valley at one point. They played Christmas music down there. Brilliant. Yeah, inside here there's 3 isolating cocks. You've got your screen wash isolating cock for the screen wash air supply. You've got your door isolating cock for the door air supply for these sets of doors, and your horn isolating cock is also in that cupboard there. Little bit of 377 knowledge there. It's SDH. We have a little rhyme for that, but it's rude, so I'm not going to say it on the stream. Does ice mode work? No, ice mode doesn't work. Can't isolate. If you isolate my track, the train won't move. But if you're using multi, you may have to do that if you were assisting a failed train. So I think we want to have a run in the 387. So do we want to have a run in the 387? Let me know in the chat. I've left me key in the train. Not that it matters on here, but the amount of times I've done that in real life. Left me key in. You get down the other end of the train and realise you haven't got a key. Do we want some 387 action? Our Crazy Killer Rush Hour passengers didn't make it into this release. Need more testing before Dovetail Games activate it in a patch in the near future. But someone officially did it via a mod within an hour of release. Brilliant. Toaster rail, yeah, why not? Okay, what I'm going to do, guys, because I need to go and grab a drink, is I am going to put the Discord up on the screen. If you're not in the Discord, then we've got a link in the description below. If I press that button there, it should come up. I'm going to literally be 5 minutes and I shall be back. This is what you do when you're a train driver. You get to the terminal station, you go and grab a coffee, and then you drive back again. So I'm going to be 5 minutes. I'm just going to go and grab myself a drink because I've got this awful cough. Have a little chat in the Discord. Have a little chat amongst yourselves. And I shall be back for departure in 5 minutes.
Security personnel tour this station 24 hours a day.
Apologies if it's doing funny things in the stream. I'm just trying to fix this phone problem. I shall be back with you all in a couple of seconds. Okay guys, 2 more minutes and I promise we'll be ready to go. Okay guys, 2 more minutes and I promise we'll be ready to go. Okay guys, 2 more minutes and I promise we'll be ready to go. Hello everybody, I am back. Jack.Gibson0, welcome to Dad Rail. Camera's not working, so we're just going to get rid of that completely. Camera background and camera gone. Got me completely distracted from the stream there, guys. So yeah, camera's not working. The only way I'm going to get that working is Jack.Gibson0. Welcome to Dad Rail. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. Yeah, the only one looks like the only one I'm going to get that working is to. Camera gone. Okay guys, my computer's doing really funny things at the moment. Can you hear me okay in the stream? Let me know if you can hear me because my computer is doing really, really funny things. Dead rail. Yeah, it's looking that way at the moment.
Electric multiple unit in Gatwick Express livery. During this brief
Nitrax here in the stream That's kind of the problem I've got at the moment.
Passenger operation. When you are ready,
does that sound okay now? Hopefully you sound okay now. Yes, we can. Yeah, looks like we're all good. Yeah, I've actually got the. It's like I'm picking the microphone up twice from somewhere, but I've got no idea where from. It's all doing strange things. Anyway, here we go. Let's do a 387 run and see how we get on.
When you are ready,
does that sound okay now? Explore timetable. Yes, we can. Looks like 387 Gatwick Express. Yeah, I've actually got the. It's like I'm picking the microphone up twice. So we're just saying from London Victoria down to Gatwick. What have we got? Like a Gatwick Express run. It's all doing strange things. 8:58 in the morning. We've clicked on it. Let's give that one a go. Nitrax, it's okay now. Fantastic. Sorry, it's really thrown me off a little bit there with all that buggering. I'm not sure what's going on. We might get through one of these with no technical issues one day. You never know. Right. Okay. Drive this Gatwick Express service from London Victoria to Gatwick Airport. 12 cars. I'm going to leave the AWS turned off for the minute, guys, because of the problem. Oh, look at that. We've got Mark IV TPWS. Mark IV TPWS there. You get the extra buttons. You get the overspeed AWS and brake release button. It's really thrown me off, which is much better. So when we fire this up, you should get a voice saying TPWS and AWS operational or something like that. Let's turn it on and see what happens. 12 cars. I'm going to leave the AWS turned off. I think I've got to enable it in the safety systems, which I'm not going to enable it in the safety systems. We can hear you twice, Dave. Lol. Dave. Can you still hear me twice? Is it still coming through twice? So when we fire this up, you should get a voice saying TPWS. Are you playing the stream on the background by any chance? No, I've got all the sound at my end is muted. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. I think I've got to enable it in the safety systems, which I'm not going to enable it in the safety systems. We can hear you, but we can hear the stream playback in the background. Can you still hear me twice? Is it still coming through twice? I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys, because I really do want to do a run in the 387, and I really do want to get this up and running again properly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream, and then I'm going to restart it, and hopefully everything should come back to life. I'm not sure quite what's going on at the moment. So I'm looking in OBS at the moment, and I've got everything muted apart from the microphone and the desktop audio, which is the game. So no idea what's going on. So I'm just going to end the stream and restart it. So hopefully I'll see you all back in the stream in a few seconds, if I haven't annoyed you too much and you've run away. But yeah, I'm just going to end the stream, and then I'm just going to come back to the stream. So hopefully I'll see you all again.